once you are done with the concept of custom dialogues, we should go towards some theory and understand the meaning of intents. Intents are classes that allows us to launch system-wide activities. Those activities can be the internal activities that you have or the activities that you have made in your project. For example, if you want to launch an activity of the contact book, then you have to do that activity launch with the help of intents. If you want to launch an internal activity, then you have to do that with the help of intents again. They declare your intention that an activity or service to be started to perform an action, usually with or on a piece of data. This definition is made by us only. This definition indicates that intents will declare your intention that you want to start an activity or a service, and that activity or service is used to start with the help of some data on it, or that activity or service will return some data back. Okay, so let's take an example of it. If we are launching an intent for contacts, then we would want that we must get the result as the selected contact. Okay, whenever you click on a contact in a contact book, then at that time an intent is launched, and that intent will come back with the data of the content of the contact which you have clicked. Okay, that is the main use of intents. I hope we are clear with intents. Intents are classes that allow us to launch system-wide activities. With that knowledge in our hands, let's start with something called as notifications. Notifications display data on the status bar of the device. For example, if this was your Android device and this is your status bar, over here you will be getting some notifications that you have some missed calls. Okay. These notifications can be from missed calls, for messages, for new updates, for new applications, etc. We can also spawn some notifications on the notification bar. Let's see how do we do that. Now, to spawn a notification, you must perform the following steps. Step 1 is you should get the reference of the notification manager. This is the manager which manages all the notifications. Okay, once you get the notification manager reference, then you should create the notification and fill all its properties. Okay, third step is to create a pending intent. Every notification that you see on the screen will launch an activity when you click on it. For example, in our previous case, if I'll click on this 2 missed calls, I'll be getting the call log of my device. Okay, that call log is one activity. So you have to create a pending intent. A pending intent indicates that that intent is not yet called. It is pending to be called whenever the user will click on the notification. Okay, so you have to create a pending intent. So once you are done with creating the pending intent, you have to assign that pending intent to our notification, and you have to invoke the notification. Okay, these steps might be a bit new to start with, but as we'll code, we'll be able to get the concept. Let's start with notification demo. We'll create a new project and name it as notification demo, and we'll add a button to the main XML file and write the on-click listener for it. So just add one button, say btn notify, and inside the on-click listener for the button, let's write the following code. Step 1 is to get the reference to the notification manager. This is done by saying notification manager space the object name nm equals to get system service context.notification service. Now the get system service function will give you a system service, but you don't want a system service, you want a notification manager. So you will say convert this system service into a notification manager with the help of this typecast. Once you're done with this, let's create a notification by saying notification notify equals to new notification. Notification notify is the object of the class notification equals to new notification. We'll create a new object. Inside this, you have to pass the ID of the icon that you want to display on the screen. Now we don't have an icon inbuilt, so we'll take the reference of an Android icon by saying android.r.drawable.star big on. This will be a star icon that is present inside the Android's drawable folder, comma, you have got notification. This will be the text that will be displayed at the top of the notification. Then you have to say at what time you want to spawn the notification. I'll say comma, new date dot get time. This will get the current time of the system. So I want this notification to be launched now. That is, whenever I click on the button, I want the notification to be launched. Then let's get the context of this application by saying context equals to notification demo.this. Notification demo is the name of the activity. In our case, this will be main activity.this. Then let's define a title. Let's define some details. That is the title of the notification and some details of the notification. Then we create an intent by saying intent equals to new intent. This intent with capital I is the class name. This intent with small I is the object name. So we say intent equals to new intent. In bracket, the first argument for this is the context, that is the context of the application, comma, notification demo.class. This notification demo is the name of the main activity that we have. We'll have over here main activity.class, because whenever someone clicks on that notification, we want to call our own activity. So we'll say intent equals to new intent, the context, that is our activity, comma, the activity with which we want to launch this. So we'll say comma, notification demo.class, that is our main activity.class file. Then we'll create a pending intent by saying pending intent pi equals to pending intent dot get activity. It will get the activity from the pending intent. We have to pass the content, the request code, that is 0. It doesn't matter what code you pass over here. You can pass 0, 1, 2, 3 or 5. It's not an issue. Comma, the intent which will be called, comma, the response code, that is 0. Okay, so these are some of the default arguments that you have to pass over here: the request code, the context, the intent, and the flags that you want. Then we will say notify, that is this notification dot set latest event info, that is you have to set the information of the notification with the context of the application, the title, that is notification demo, the details, that is here are the details of notification, comma, the pending intent which will be called whenever you click on that notification. Okay, so you have the context, the title, the details, and the pending intent. And then you will say nm.notify. This will notify the user for this notification, and you will be able to get at the top status bar of your screen this notification saying you have got notification. And when you drag down your context menu, or when you drag down your status bar, you will be able to see the title notification demo, and the details will be here are the details of notification. When you click on this notification, you will be able to launch your own activity once again. With that knowledge, let me give you a small assignment. In this assignment, you have to create a new application named as Student Reports. This application must display the student reports with the help of all possible ways like toasts, dialogues, notifications, etc. It must display a dialog box when the user tries to exit the application, and that dialog box must say, are you sure you want to exit? Yes or no. Then it must display a custom dialog when the user wants to add a certain report. For example, if you are trying to add the report of marks, so you can spawn a custom dialog wherein the user will be entering the name of the student, the marks in some examination, and the maximum marks. Then you must display the following reports: the marks of the student, the attendance of the student, and some extra activities that the student have done. Okay, this has to be done with the help of all possible ways of display like the toast, notifications, etc. Let's do it and try to spawn some notifications on the user screen. Let's do it for the notification demo. Before that, I'll just close this custom dialog demo. Let's go to File and say New Android Application Project. Let's give the application name as notification demo, package name as com.fitech.notification-demo. Give the build SDK as Android 2.3.1. Uncheck this. Next, next. Give the title as notification demo. Click on finish. A sample layout will come up. I don't want the hello world, so I'll right click and say delete. I want the layout to be linear layout, so I'll just change layout and say make it linear. I just want a button that will spawn the notification, so I'll just add a button. Change the width of this to mesh parent. Change the ID of this to btn notify me. Change the text on this to notify me. Okay, so far so good. It's very simple. Let's go to the source folder. Inside this, go to the package, the main activity, remove the menu option, and step 1, get the reference of the controls. Okay, now we are not doing anything new over here, we are just getting the reference of the controls. Final button btn notify me equals to button find view by id r.id.btn notify me. We'll say btn notify me dot set on click listener, new on click listener. That's very usual now. Let's import the on click listener from here and start. We have step 1, get the notification manager service. How do we get that? We say notification manager and let's say notify. Sorry about that. Equals to notification manager, and I'll say get system service context dot notification service. Okay, then in step 2, create a notification. How do we create that? We create by saying notification nf equals to new notification. Now this wants 3 arguments. The first argument is the icon. So let me give the icon as android dot r dot drawable dot. Now you can choose any icon from here. I'll choose the star icon. So I'll say star big on. That is a big star which is in the on state. Let me give the ticker text. That is the text that will appear at the top. To this is a sample notification. When indicates at what time I want the notification to happen now, so I'll say new date. Now over here you have to pick the java.util.date, okay, not java.sql.date, because we are not performing any SQL operations. We want the date to be a utility date, so I'll say java.util.date. Over here dot get time. Get time will get the current time from the date. Once we are done with this, then we have step 3 to create a pending intent. So I'll say intent int pending equals to new intent. In the intent, we have to give the first argument and the context. So let me give the context as main activity dot this. The class name as main activity dot class, because we want this intent to be launched. Then let's create the pending intent. pi equals to pending intent dot get activity. The first argument is the context again, so I can give main activity dot this. Second is the request code, so let's give the request code as 0. Give the intent as int pending. Give the flags as 0. Okay, because we don't want any flags or any request code, so let's give them 00. Then let's set the latest event info of the notification by saying nf.set latest event info. The first argument is again the context, so we can say main activity dot this. Now you might have appreciated why had we taken the context in a separate variable in the slides, because all the 3 times I have to write the same thing, main activity dot this dot this dot this. To save that time, we have given it as the context variable, but over here we have written it thrice. That's fine. Let's give the title of the notification to. This is the notification title. That is the text of the contents to. This is the notification text. This can be a bit long. The last argument is the pending intent. So let me give it to be PI. Now we are done. Now let's notify the user by saying notify, that which is the reference to a notification manager. Let me just rename this to notify to nm so that we get a better syntax. We get nm dot notify. In notify, we have to give the ID. So let me give the ID over here as 0 and the notification as nf. By just performing these 4-5 simple steps, we'll be able to spawn a notification to the user. Let's right click on notification demo, run as Android application. Now you have to watch some things very carefully over here. Okay, the application has started. Let me click on notify me. As you can see, you get a simple notification over here. This is the notification title, this is the notification text. This can be a bit long, and the notification has been spawned at 1:15 p.m. which is the current time of the device, that is 1:15 p.m. Now if I click back, means I click back on this, then to the notification is pending over here. This is because it is a pending intent, so it is pending for the user's attention. Now when I click on the notification, something should get launched, right? That something we have kept as the main activity itself. So when you click on this, something will get launched. What will get launched? The main activity will get launched again. Okay, let me just click on this and show that to you. As you can see, the main activity is getting launched again. Okay, even if I click on back and again click on this, the main activity is getting launched again. Okay, so that is the main utility of the notification demo, where you are keeping an intent. That intent is pending in the background. It will be launched when you click on the notification. Okay, and to clear the notification, you can just bring that down your status bar and click on clear.